Hi everyone, greetings from Odessa. So, as I was walking along the seashore yesterday along the Black Sea, I was reminded after being some time away that the demographics are a bit tilted here in Odessa as well as some other Ukrainian cities. What I mean by that is you see a lot of the people out are female. So whether they're walking their dogs or with strollers and their kids, the men simply aren't present. It doesn't mean there are no men around. Of course there are, but I have been told that there are a number of reasons, wartime reasons for this. Men primarily are at the front line, either as professional soldiers or volunteers, having been recruited, lots and lots volunteering, and of course doing other things to support the war effort. You can talk to almost anyone here, and they do tell you this, is that they're very fearful of the men who are not yet serving to be grabbed off the streets very abruptly and hauled away, and in no time at all already in training and then sent to the front line. So this came to the surface in a couple of ways in the past few days. Number one, and I have to tell you that this is totally unverified information, but it is making the rounds on social media, is that it is alleged that some clubs, nightclubs here in Odessa, have paid vast sums of money to protect themselves as protection money from recruitment officers. Now, these are known here in Ukraine as members of the TTSK, this three-letter abbreviation. These are a branch of the military that they go around and they find men who do not have their documentation in place to serve in the army and perhaps evading service, but then they do carry these small iPads around with them or tablets around with them and check documentation. Any instances that have been recorded on social media, it can be done very, very brutally. So there you have it on that one. But the second one is pretty interesting. So let's call this volcanic eruption on social media, which happens, expected to happen from time to time during wartime. So one big influencer who is known as Bonnie_UA or Boinka, there you can see her profile there. And she has quite the following, almost 740,000 followers, and in total over 12 million likes in her lifetime on TikTok. So she has recently gone very hard in several videos in the past 24 hours or so, alleging that her brother, who she says has a medical condition, was hauled away by the TTSK, apparently from a store, and has been held incommunicado since then. This is in western Ukraine. Apparently he's being held, according to her, in Ivano-Frankivsk. She immediately bolted down there and tried to make contact with him, tried to get him out. But in probably every video is saying that he has a medical condition. He has the documentation that he is exempt from military service, and yet he was taken away. Now, she fears that these things tend to happen pretty quickly. That is a fact. That he's already been hauled away to what's called the Polygon, or military training ground, and from there he'll be sent to the front line or perform some other military job. Now, it is true that there are ways to, of course, fight for Ukraine far away from the front line. For example, drone controllers or other means. So it doesn't necessarily mean someone who's taken is going to be given a rifle and sent to the front line. Given the losses on the Ukrainian side, which various estimates from as low as 30,000 to the more believable closer to 100,000 men have died so far, nowhere close to the Russian side, but still a pretty high number, and especially visible at various memorials and cemeteries around Ukraine. They have grown quite a bit. So she's receiving quite a bit of attention. One of her first videos on this issue has almost 500,000 views. And she's gone pretty heavy saying that the men who took her away did so illegally. She has even called this a bandit society or something like that. And they've apparently, according to her, not been very happy with her posts.
Ну так не буде, так не може бути, тому що якби я ще вірю, у мене ще є надія на наш народ і на Україну, і що не може так все відбуватись. Ми не живемо в якийсь бандитський час, це просто ніяк не пояснюється.
This could turn quite serious because she is calling for people to rise up, to raise their voices. We will see where this goes, but it's a kind of slice of life here in wartime Ukraine that I wanted to share with you. It is, of course, a very controversial topic. There is pressure from the United States on the Ukrainian government to get more men to the front line because a lot of them have been there since the start with very few breaks, and there is a shortage of manpower. That is a fact. But the government is seen to not want to move to the next step, which would be a wider mobilization, possibly including women, possibly including those who are exempt. And I have heard from at least one very well-educated woman in Kiev that she does fear that women may be under that wider recruitment category. Finally, it should be noted that at this time, the United States has reportedly paused military aid to Ukraine. That could make things not only more dangerous in Ukrainian cities because there would be presumably a lack of air protection support in terms of Patriot missile systems, but also more dangerous on the front line because people serving there just don't have the means to fire back and hold back at the Russians as they are believed to start an even more intensive summer offensive. Thank you for being a paid subscriber to World Briefing. This video is made especially for you. There is a preview for those who are complimentary subscribers, but if you like this and you want to get access to more of these videos that I'm going to be doing, please do subscribe as a paid subscriber because every little bit does help me in my reporting and commentary mission, not only from here in Ukraine, but also in other parts of the world, other hotspots. Everyone have a great and safe day.